morning, RaJuR cool. On my way in, I didn't feel like sharing too much today from coming out here and driving until I picked up my client. And it was an interesting conversation. Lovely client. No need to mention her name, but I'll share this video with her and she will see for herself. In fact, why don't y'all just take a look at the traffic while I'm talking, because nobody's here. But of course, my videos are live and y'all see it later. So I start out, small talk, because what happens is a lot of clients don't know that we're not supposed to really just start running our mouths when we have clients in the car, because some clients, they just want to chill. They may want to, do work on a laptop. Of course, everybody have phones now. So, they may just want to be on their phone, talking, texting. So it's really not our job to start conversations. And it's pretty much, you got to feel your way as a chauffeur into conversations, because again, first and foremost, you want to have something to talk about. All right, you definitely want to have something to talk about, but you also want to know how to articulate yourself and make sure that you're not a dirty mouth chauffeur. Okay, so everybody know my channel and what I say about my channel. What do I say about my channel? People know what I say about my channel. And then I'm gonna finish the story for you real quick. All right. So, my YouTube channel is labeled the most interesting man on YouTube by far, right? That's what I said. I'm the most interesting on YouTube by far. No one's accomplished as much as I've done. No one's done as much as I've done. Haven't in my life. Nobody's experienced as much as I've experienced. No one. Zero. I might know somebody who's in the military and then became a musician, a producer, a Grammy member. I haven't met him yet, but that just rules out a lot of people right there. Military and Grammy member. Find one, and then I'll have to let that one go, right? But then outside the military and Grammy member, we have career transportation, trolley driver, bus driver, subway driver, L driver. So find them three and get back to me. Nope, not gonna happen. Okay, so we got that. And then we go them three, and then we add paraprofessional, licensed paraprofessional. Let's see. So there's 4 things. Find them. Let me know when you do. Let's Google all that.
In 2 miles, use the rightmost lane to take exit 7A on the right to I-195 towards Trenton.
Oh, it said 7A already? Wow, I was rolling. I was running my mouth with a friend of mine. Wow, okay. I'm at 7A already. Good. I'm definitely taking 7A tonight because I messed around, didn't take 7A the other night and took 6A and had to go all the way dang near downtown, it seemed like, to get back to the base. So no, we ain't doing that. We're taking 7. We're going through Trenton. Take my time. Bada bing, bada boom. So let's continue. And then we get to what she said to me. So we still talking. She told me, she has some aspirations and things she want to do. And she told me what she does now and so on and so forth. And I told her what I do and so on and so forth. Bada bing, bada boom. 4 things that I've done, right? Good, all right. Military, musician, multi-instrumentalist. I can play 5 different instruments, right? Not as many as Prince. Prince can play 31. I should have did that too. But I ain't getting around. Because I will never put a sax in my mouth. I don't put the stuff in my mouth. No diddy. Right? Each one of the you got to count. Drive a bus, drive an L train, drive a subway, and drive a trolley. All those take different skills.
In half a mile, use the right.
All those are different skills. So you got to add 4. That's 4 off the top of the dome. It ain't nothing special working in the yard. My yard people might say, man, you talking about, man, working in the yard? Yeah, being in the yard, it can be dangerous. We got to walk in rain. You know, we can't be like putting umbrellas up, walking across track and stuff like that. So, you know, you gotta deal with the weather, snow.
Exit right.
You know, you gotta take a train out and pull a train in. It ain't no, oh, there's too much snow, I can't do it. No, you gotta get out there in the snow. Gotta get out there in rainstorms, thunderstorms, lightning storms. You got to get out there. So you gotta have a skill to do that. Maybe a lot of people won't do that. I can't do that. No. So we'll make that a skill as well, right? All right. I'm also a notary, even though I haven't notarized anything for anybody yet, but I am a notary. And I haven't notarized because Pennsylvania want too much money to finish up the notary test. I did everything I had to do. I got my notary book. I got my notary seal. I got my notary. Did I get a seal? I don't think I got the seal. It was like $400 for the seal. I didn't think I'd be doing that much notary to pay $400 for the seal. But a friend of mine became a notary public, and then she got the one that she real estate. So that's where the money at, the real estate notary. And I had a friend of mine by the name of Sam. He's been a notary ever since. He didn't do houses or anything like that. So I called him after I was ready to do it. And now, man, I don't do houses. I just do regular notary stuff. You know, people in his neighborhood might need a notary. You know, bam, you know, they know he's doing notary. They come down to his house, and they do notary, seal it up, and good.
Ahead and then keep left.
But I still have notary stuff. So, and notary, yeah, man, thank heaven nobody got hurt. Thank heaven, you know, I'm good, and the other person's good. In fact, the other person's good. In fact, nobody had an accident. We ain't even stopped. We just kept on pushing it. But I did something to done. I will admit it. I got to say it. It is what it is. You got to own up to your own balls, and my balls are big, so I can own up to what I do. You know what I mean, and deal with the consequences. Now,
proceed 6 miles. Proceed
what else have I done? Most of y'all probably. What else have I done? Most of y'all probably can think of something else I've done. I don't know, whatever. So, this client, and we finally got to a conversation, and you know, very nice conversation. Because I understand what she did. I don't just ask people what you do so I can just stop a conversation so we can talk about RaJuR. And I told her the whole story about how I became RaJuR and my name and things like that. Talked about that. I had a good conversation. So she said something that blew my mind. And it blew my mind because she looked at my site. I don't think she saw my YouTube. I just sent it to my website. And I had to Google my name because she was going to a place where she might see my name, which is RaJuR. You figure out what I'm talking about. So I'm like, you see my name. I showed her a couple of Grammy members, a couple of Grammy people that I knew who won Grammys, introduced that to her and things like that. So we're getting close to the drop-off. We pull into the airport, got to take her up to the C, top level. First time I did it right, because every time I try to go to C, third level, I always mess it up. Sometimes the client get upset because I probably done missed the turn altogether, just missing C altogether. I'm doing C arrivals or some craziness. But I hit it tonight. I said, me and you gonna do this together. And we made it no problem. She said, you know, I was encouraging her to, you know, stay focused. You know, we all got things we want to do. Some people don't want to do anything. You know, and I told her, stay away from people who don't want to do anything because all they're going to do is try to bring you down and belittle everything you do. When a person say, I see that little business you're trying to do. I see that little thing you're trying to do. See, there are people who don't do anything. They're trying to belittle you because they haven't done anything. And I had to enlighten about that because, you know, like I told her, I'm old enough to be your dad. So I've experienced a lot in my life. And I know people say stuff like that because they're haters and they don't want you to be achieving. So they say, I see that little business you have. They say that because that's how they are. So I said, stay away from the people. If they ever say why I got to be little? Because when somebody say, I like that little CD you made, I said, well, my CD is the same size as everybody else's CD. So it ain't no little and no bigger than a regular CD. Why is it little? But that's how I roll. And then she said, but you're the most interesting person I've met in my life. Honest to goodness. Honest to goodness. A lie don't care who tells it. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I feel you. So, whatever you're trying to say. So she said, I'm not understanding what you're trying to say. Sometimes I'm a little loose, man. So she said, you're the most interesting person I ever met in my life. Now, she done told me she's 30 years old. She had no reason to say that. She had to say nothing at all. She could have said, well, you're a very interesting guy. But she said, you're the most interesting person I've met in my life. Let that sink in. Because that's already said in my channel. I have the most interesting YouTube channel by far. I said that. Had no time for people to call me and they ain't saying nothing. Okay, I figured you would be there trying to troll. Yeah, go tell your Illuminati, beast mode people that. You know what I mean? Anyway, homie. But again,
in 2 miles, use the 3 left lanes to keep left.
You like the rest of the haters that I like to come through. Me and Kat, we love our haters, baby. Because we know what we done. We know you ain't did a thing. That's why you over here tripping. But we ain't worried about you, homie. So anyway, it was lovely meeting you. I'm going to share this video to you. It was lovely meeting you. Thank you for the compliment. I really appreciate it. And again, we all can be the greatest person in somebody's life. Everybody can do that. Except for this little hater right here. He probably like 15 years old, living in his mama basement. I mean, 30 years old, living in his mama basement, looking for somebody to troll. But it ain't gonna never happen. I told you, like I tell everybody else, I can't be trolled nor controlled. You have a good night. Holla at your boy. RaJuR, cool.